So thank you so much for joining, and
Yeah,
it's such an amazing opportunity. So, my first question is: Your company has an estimate of 75,000 employees. Looking
yeah.
back, how did you start this entrepreneurial journey? What were the challenges? What were some of your greatest achievements? And why did you choose the sector that you started in first?
See, there is a story behind it that I started this business not as a business, honestly. I started this as a social service. Uh, my background, I stayed almost 20 years of my life in 10 feet by 10 feet room. Lost my father when I was 18 years old. Then completed my education with Unlearn scheme. My father wanted me to become IAS officer, so I completed engineering with going to college on cycle 42 kilometers every day. I took tuitions of students. I sold jam sauce bottles, did many things to support my education. And I'd idol Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Swami Vivekananda since my third standard Chhatrapati Shivaji and since my eighth standard Swami Vivekananda. So after my father's death, I registered an organization in the name of Bharat Vikas Pratishthan. So Bharat is India, Vikas is development, and Pratishthan is organization. When I was not having enough money to change my cycle seat cover, I framed this name and I developed a logo. I put India map. Behind India map, I put sun. And inside India map, I put small candle. So that was the thought that I will do something different for this great country in my small ways. And then I joined Tata Motors Pune as a graduate training engineer. When I was getting 6,500 salary per month, I saved around 2.5 crore for the organization. So my vice president called me one day and asked that, what you expect from the organization as a reward? I said, I am happy with my salary, but I come from small village in Satara district. So help my village friends to get some job in the company. He asked me what job they can do. I said, sir, they are not studied. They are 10 pass, uh, then 12 fail, that kind of stuff. So they can do helper job. So I said, they can do helper job. He said that helper job is not available. Can they do housekeeping? I said, yes. And that's how we started as a housekeeping contractor on 22nd May 1997 with 8 people in Tata Motors. Within 3 years, we have grown to around 200 people. And then in 2001, I resigned from my job and started BVG, Bharat Vikas Group, as a full-time business. And then opened first branch outside Pune, in Bangalore, then in Chennai, then in Hyderabad. And then we got first government contract to maintain Parliament Library building in 2003 in Delhi. Then we got main Parliament House. Then we got Honorable Prime Minister's house, Honorable Prime Minister's office. Then Rashtrapati Bhavan. Then Tata Motors gave us all 6 plants. Then we work for Mercedes-Benz, Hyundai, Mahindra, ITC, Hindustan Unilever, and many. We work at almost 700 organizations and 1,100 locations. We are biggest and largest integrated services company in the country now, and we maintain this automobile, all automobile company, major automobile companies. We maintain hospitals, big hospitals, airport, Pune Airport, Chennai Airport, Ahmedabad, Lucknow, like that. We maintain 18 airports in the country. We maintain big banks, RBI, SBI, and those banks are maintained by BVG. Then we run emergency medical services in Maharashtra and Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh. So in that service, we have helped more than 9 million people and saved around million lives. So that is emergency medical services. In Madhya Pradesh, we are doing emergency police response service, where we have helped more than 13 million people, 1.3 crore people we have helped there in Madhya Pradesh. So this the journey started with very small, humble beginning, has achieved, reached to this stage. And going forward, we are looking for global expansions and global opportunities. That India is the youngest country, and there are plenty opportunities are there in each country. So we are trying to pursue those opportunities and taking BVG to next level. So that's the BVG.
Wow, that's such an interesting and inspiring story. I mean, so you started with 200 employees and now you're at 75.
8 people. Yeah,
So
8 people.
8 people, wow. How do you manage 75,000 employees? How do you keep them motivated so they stay productive?
See, I wear the same uniform what my supervisor wears. So I say that if you do good job, quality job, then only people will keep us in business. So we first focus on proper training of the people. Training gives quality, and then checklist and SOPs and all that. So we are focusing on big way in quality and training, and that's how BVG is growing.
Wow, so very interesting. I mean, so this is a story that this is I have not heard a story like this in so long. It is so inspiring. And so my next question is, how have your investments in technology helped you in the long run? So you have various new portals like Seva Tiger, BVG Express. Do you feel from a business perspective that now you should really invest in technology or digital currency, or you should still invest in other tangible things?
We are now investing big way into uh, our technology. Say onboarding to exit, the entire HR process is on automated, completely on software. Customer relationship management is also completely on software. We use one software for geofenced attendance. So person, unless until he enters into that area, geofenced area, his attendance is not marked. Then for airports like this thing, we are having scanning techniques that person goes and scans the toilet cleaning time and all that. So for accounting, we are using SAP HANA, and we are now moving towards B2C businesses. So Seva Tiger, and then this HNI लोगों के लिए हमने BVG Prime, we have developed BVG Prime software. So we are doing multiple things, many things to improve the profitability and to take BVG into B2C mode. So we don't have bench staff. So each city we are having people in 25 states and 120 cities we are present. So it is we are across the right from Guwahati to everywhere. We are present everywhere. So using technology, we are taking BVG to the next level.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, technology is the future now. So I think every business has to implement it some way or the other. So my next question is, how did reading about Swami Vivekananda's principles at such a young age influence your decision making and creative thinking today? Furthermore, have there ever been times so that you actually had to go back and think about those principles while you were making a deal or a decision or anything for BBG?
Swami Vivekananda is inspiration for generations. One should read his books. There, he is having small quotes. He's having small books, 10 page, 15 page, and then bigger books also there. So my submission to you all that to people who are watching this video, that your mind is having enormous power, and Swamiji's one book, Mind and Its Power, gave me a lot of inspiration that you think whatever you think, things happens like that, and it depends on how purely you are thinking. Based on that, things happen. So that's the I can say. So Swami Vivekananda's teachings and writings help me to come when we are in distress, in stress. It helps to give you motivation, courage, guidance, and light. It is a torch bearer. Honorable our Prime Minister also follows Swami Vivekananda, and there are many such people. So that's what
Definitely.
it
So
is.
I will definitely now start reading and will definitely share whatever I have learned with you. So my next question is, How did being a serial entrepreneur in times of COVID help your company as a faculty services the same kind of a low? And because we couldn't go and do anything in other people's homes or offices because it wasn't allowed. Furthermore, do you recommend that an entrepreneur should spread his risks or put all his eggs in one basket and focus on one project or his company?
See, entrepreneurs should diversify into multiple business lines. So we are having multiple business lines. Our industrial segment was shut down, but our government, our ambulance, our police work was on. So it is not, our turnover dropped by 15%. When others were dropped by 30% to 50%, we dropped by 14%. So we are pretty good in well diversified business areas, and it is helping us to take it to next level.
Yes, definitely so. So my next question is, being an environmentally responsible company, does your company have a formal sustainability program? And if it does, what role does sustainability play in your company's overall strategic plan?
See, we are having what job we do is for environment only. We are cleaning the garbage, we are cleaning toilets, we are cleaning giving clean environment to the world by taking dirt and garbage away from them. Then we have developed in-house one technology which converts waste plastic into fuel. So any kind of waste plastic we can convert into fuel. So that technology is developed by BVG in-house. So then we have got almost all the certifications which are required. So we use wherever possible solar power for our offices. So in Pune office, we have converted into solar power. So wherever possible, we are trying to go green to save the earth. So that's what we do.
Yeah, definitely. So that is so amazing. What all you've done for the company and how all your company is going now to go green, it's amazing. So my last question for you is, what advice would you give to the younger generation to enable them to look at joining the business world to make a positive change for the good of the country?
See, fundamentally, my submission to people like you, budding entrepreneurs, that first of all, you are a unique person in the world. So there is nobody like you. There are 780 crore people live on this earth, and everybody is unique. So don't compare yourself with somebody else, with marks, with anything. In India, our father and our parents ask that how much marks you got and all that. So you should think that you are a unique person in the earth. Second, you should master or excel whatever you are good in. Do those things where you get happiness. Where you get happiness, please do those things. And that ikigai, just a small book of Japanese book, ikigai, that why in Japanese, that small island, people stay more than 100 years happily. So what they do business where they get happiness. Through that they earn money, and in that business they excel. So like Sachin Tendulkar gets pleasure in playing cricket. So his ikigai is cricket, and then he's excelled his batting in that, and then he's earning out of that. So then your happiness quotient is the most important. So the technology, using the technology, try to excel yourself in whatever field you are, and then think of doing impact on others. While you grow yourself, your wealth grows, people forget the bottom. So I always think that how we can impact bottom of the pyramid in my ways. I don't compare myself with anybody, but whatever I can do for upliftment and betterment of our people, I try to do that. So that's the message, that excel in your own, and there is a world over opportunity. Next year we'll be the largest country in the world, and with very less skills. That's the problem. We believe in jugaad, so that jugaad will not work in the world. We need to work with proper systems and processes.
Thank you so much for sharing that amazing advice. I will definitely keep it in mind. So thank you so
Thank,
much. This is the end.
thank you.
And that concludes my interview with Mr. H.R. Gaikwad, Chairman and Managing Director of BVG India. Here are two of my key learnings from this chat. First, what you think and how pure your thoughts are, they have the power to make anything possible. From a young age, Mr. Gaikwad read books and teachings of great Indian gurus like Swami Vivekananda. Reading about the power of pure thoughts and how our focused thoughts can make things happen, Mr. Gaikwad was able to face financial and personal challenges and build confidence. He started from the bottom and did not stop till he achieved success. Second, strive to excel in whatever field you're good at. This will earn you money as well as keep you happy. Achieving success in life is a long journey and requires years of dedicated work. Since we invest our whole lives into achieving success, make sure that we invest our years in a field that makes us happy and in which we excel at. Talking to Mr. Gaikwad has been an inspiring experience. He did not let hardships in his early life stop him. He did not give up, and most of all, he did not settle for the ordinary. He focused on creating excellence. If you enjoyed watching, please do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll be releasing my next Leadership Speaks podcast very soon. Till then, think positive, have big goals, and focus on the road ahead.